Hey, it's your girl Keke Palmer, and you watching Torae on Women Crush Wednesday.
Goddamn right you are. You know what it is, man. It's Hip Hop Nation. You tuned into your tour guide, Torae. I'm excited about the show today, man. And this is somebody who I've been following career-wise for a number of years. And, you know, when I decided to do this Women Crush Wednesday thing, it was certain key people that I had in mind and I wanted to get a chance to chop it up with. It's basically my way of fake getting to meet all the girls I want to meet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I think that's real player.
By doing it, you know what I'm saying? But then still getting paid for it?
Yes,
that's real player.
That's definitely
real player.
bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, we swinging the tour out to Illinois today. I got the lovely Keke Palmer joining the tour.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
I'm very happy to be here, you know, because I just told him he reminded me of Method Man, and Method Man,
I would have worn my fronts if I knew we was.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
yeah, he said, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Shout out to Meth.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm very good. Loving New York, but not the weather right now.
I mean, at least you dress for it.
Right, you know I got my little coat on.
Right, you looking good, but then we still
Thank you.
keeping it, you know what I mean? Still keeping it
Covered
warm.
up.
Congratulations on the project.
Thank you
Lauren,
so much. Thank you. Thank
which
you so
is
much.
your name.
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
birth name.
just in case people didn't know, we all know you as Keke.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like I know you. I mean, I follow you via your social media. I've been watching you as an artist, you know what I'm saying, perform for years, and obviously in music and in television and film. So I feel like this is not our real first time having to sit down, even though it's our first time having to sit down. But you definitely have a real, like, just a cool homie vibe, homie personality about you. So let's talk about the project. Let's talk about the music.
Yes. So Lauren, I titled it Lauren because, you know, like what you said, I feel like people definitely know me as Keke Palmer, the brand, but they don't really know, like, the person that was hustling behind that brand or where I came from, like the foundation of who I am. They just, the glittery, the glamorous part of it all. And so I really felt like with, you know, kind of the place that I got to in my life, I felt like I was able to articulate that finally. For so many years, I allowed other people to place things on me of who I was, what I wanted to do, or who I should be. And, you know, you get to that age where you like, damn, like, I don't have to listen to nobody. Like, I could be myself.
I'm grown up.
Exactly. And that's pretty much what happened. And, you know, the first record I wrote, you know, creating the album was I Don't Belong to You. And then as time went on, I was like, okay, I want to put out an EP. And then that's when I was like, okay, I want to put out an EP and I want to title it Lauren. Because I finally know, like, what I want to say, and I really know what I want them to expect when they hear this album. I want them to know me, so when they hear this album, they know what's up. Is
it tough for you? Because I think a lot of artists who came in very young, it's tough to grow up and transition into adulthood in front of everybody. There's already enough scrutiny, you know what I'm saying, within yourself, right? But then you have to grow up in the public eye. How did you maintain? How are you handling it?
You just have to kind of really ignore it and just keep moving and staying focused on what you want to do, because it's different than, you know, most young person. They go to college, they come back different. Right. There was no time for me going away, coming back different. And even then, you know, when you're an entertainer, it's different from if you're just like a little kid in your neighborhood. Like, when you're an entertainer, people know you, and everybody wants you to stay a little kid, not just your family members, everybody. And it was just something I had to treat it like a family member. Like, man, all right, they you know, cousins and them still want to call you little Kiki, but at the end of the day, you know you grown, and you ain't got to prove it to nobody. So don't do that, because then you look childish as hell. Just do your thing. Do you. And that's just what I did. I stayed focused on the type of roles and things that I felt would allow me to grow in my craft without being too abrasive. I mean.
That's what's up, man. Keke Palmer is here. It's Hip Hop Nation, at Hip Hop Nation on that Twitter and that gram. It's your tour guide, Torae. On the Woman Crush Wednesday, stay on the tour. Coast to coast, hip hop hits, period. That's what we got for you on Hip Hop Nation. My guest today, the lovely Keke Palmer, or we can call her Lauren. New project is out there right now. What's the difference between Keke and Lauren?
You know, I would like to say they all the same person, because of course they are the same person, but I feel like Keke is just more so that outward entertainer brand, and Lauren is the person inside. It's the person that, you know, I feel like maybe only I get to see, because after you've been in the industry for so long, I will say you become guarded without even you realizing it, and you hide a lot of things because you're being a professional. Like, I got into the industry at 9 years old, and when you were a kid, your mama like, this how you do it, this how you talk, this, you know how you be, like, conduct yourself that way. So I wasn't coming into my meetings like, what's up, y'all, it's Keke from Chicago. So you don't give that. You just stop giving that, and you only, people that get a chance to talk to you one-on-one, they see that. And I just felt like, I feel like that's who I am all the time, but that's just not who the world sees all the time. So I feel like I'm Lauren 100% of the time, but everybody sees me as Keke Palmer, just the brand, as opposed to the person inside.
Got it. And you said when you started writing the project, the first record was
I Don't Belong to You. Yeah.
With Cassie.
Yes, Cassie was in the video.
Very, very dope video.
Yes.
If you didn't see it, definitely make sure you get to, you know what I mean, your local YouTubes and pull it up. So at the end of the video, obviously, you know, you go see Cassie, and there's a moment between you two. Just let's expound on that.
Sure,
I'll let you expound.
So pretty much, I Don't Belong, for those who haven't seen the video, I Don't Belong to You, like I said, is one of the first records that I wrote. Shout out to London on the track. Shout out to Natalie. I wrote this record, you know, it was like, it's pretty much me saying, like, I don't belong to anybody or their perceptions of me. Not even just on, you know, talking about a relationship type situation, but the world at large. Like, as a female, as a woman, I don't have to fit into the boxes that anybody tries to put me in. And I wanted to represent that, you know, in my lifestyle, in a sense. And so I did the treatment to the video. And what happens is, in the beginning, you know, I'm talking to a dude. You see me, you know, having a conversation. I'm mad. I'm leaving. I'm done with that dude. So you can tell me and him on bad terms. Right. I go home. You know, I'm doing my own thing. You know, probably didn't have my little luxury bath. I'm thinking about how tired of his ass I'm is. And then I decide to go see my other boo, because at the end of the day, I don't have to stay at home and be mad at you. I don't have to worry or feel like I need your time and attention, because at the end of the day, I'm always do me. Right. And I go to my girl's house. It's pretty much what happens.
What was the feedback on that from people? Because I see you very active on your social media, and you definitely, I think you're mindful of what you see, but I definitely see that you pay attention to what's being said out there as well. So what was some of the feedback on that?
So the feedback was, first people were like, "Oh, is she coming out? Like, is this her coming out?" Right. You know, and then people were like, "Oh, she just trying to act gay because she just want people to, you know, think this or that," you know, exactly, just do right, exactly. And then a lot of people got what I was saying, which was like, you know, speaking on heteronormativity, like the rules and gender boxes that people put us in because we are a male or a female. And really, that's my point, is to say, is like, not only am I not defined just by my sexuality, but I'm not defined by the choices that I choose to make in the moment that I make them. You are what you repeatedly do. And we all are allowed to experience and design who we want to be in this world. So it's just like, I hate how, you know, let's say a guy has been gay his whole life, but then one day he wants to date a woman, and it's like he can't do that because he's gay. Well, he's telling you now he like this woman, though. Right. And he want to date her right now. So why can't he do that? You know, and that's really what I was saying, is like, at the end of the day, if you want to mess with a dude, mess with a guy, mess with a girl, mess with what, it's up to you. It's all about what you want to do, and being true to that.
No doubt. No doubt. Was it difficult for you to, you know what I mean, get intimate?
In what? In which way?
And with a female, like, just
with a female? Yeah, no, like, we could talk. We could talk.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk. Well, I'm gonna be real. I was molested when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
By a female, so I always felt more comfortable with women than I did with guys. But because of religion and stuff like that, like, I would never, like, when, you know, I remember thinking about, like, bi stuff when I was about 14 to 15. I was just like, you know, that's weird, you know, and judging myself and stuff like that. And then when I hit about, like, 18, 19, I was like, well, why am I judging myself? Like, why can't I express myself and my human experience? Why do I have to, like, put my stuff on a hold? And so after that, it was just easy to vibe with anybody whenever I was vibing with them. I think it actually was hard. It's harder for me at times to be intimate with guys because I have, like, it's not as easy for me to be vulnerable, you know. And I think naturally I have a very tomboy personality, and a lot of times I find that guys are, like, taken aback by that, because I'm very homey. I'm very like, what's good, what's good. Even though I'll have a full blown crush on somebody. My homegirls tell me this all the time. They'll be like, Kiki, I don't think that you realize you're not giving the impression that you think you're giving. But it might be a Virgo thing, because we don't ever want to let ourselves look played. True. So it's like, we're not going to be too thirsty on somebody. We're just going to keep that laid back. You know, especially a guy. It's different with girls, because girls are very like about each other. But guys, it's like, guys will be real quick trying to act like she owned me. She was on me. So I think naturally I just kind of like just be trying to play it cool, and sometimes guys be taking that like the other way. Got
it. What's your relationship like status now? I know obviously it's hard to be in a relationship and date while you in business and working so much.
I'm definitely single. I'm the kind of person where it's like, I am aware of my issues. Like, I know that it's not as easy for me to be vulnerable. Like, I know I don't open up that quickly to people. I'm, you know, kind of guarded, even beyond the way that I know that I am. And so I don't ever try to put myself in a position where I know I'm going to fall short. And, you know, I've definitely been in relationships and stuff like that while knowing this, but they've all failed because I was ignoring that one thing, which is that you're not ready to make the compromises or the work that needs to be made to be in a relationship. And at the end of the day, I might define my relationship totally different than the traditional one. But it's like I don't even know exactly what I want just yet. I'm really just trying to figure that out. But figuring that out by dating and having fun and living my life.
Yeah, living and learning.
Yeah,
relationships is definitely work. We're gonna talk about some more of the work that you guys all know Kiki for. Yeah. Stay right here on Hip Hop Nation. It's your tour guide Torae on the Women Crush Wednesday. Keke Palmer in the building. You heard?
Yep.
It's Hip Hop Nation. Keke Palmer is here. So Kiki, let me tell you this. My favorite group, the first concert I ever went to, the group that I listen to before I go do a performance. I could be like about to go rock 20,000, do some hardcore hip hop New York shit, and I'm backstage listening to TLC.
Yes.
My favorite group.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I love TLC. My first time going to a concert right here in the Garden. TLC, Christina Aguilera.
That's
Prince
dope,
came out
bruh.
and hit the guitar. It was nuts.
Oh
it was
my
nuts.
gosh.
My first concert experience. So I definitely always wanted to ask you, what it was like doing the TLC movie and, like just how you get into a role like that to embody somebody, who's still here. Obviously, you played Chili in the film. Just talk to me about that experience, what it was like.
Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And it was very nerve-wracking too, because you just wanted to get it right. I wanted to get it right just in general as an actor, somebody to take my job seriously, but also because the fans is watching. Like,
I was watching.
Everybody
I was
loves
like, this
TLC.
shit better be right.
You feel me? Like, seriously. Because
Right.
sometimes they not done right.
Yeah,
and so when pretty much when we started filming, that was my main focus, to make sure that I gave the fans something that they would want to watch over and over again. Because I grew up on not grew up on the group, but I grew up on the movie Temptations. The life the life story of them, and so I wanted the TLC movie to be just as good as that, and really be something that people want to watch over and over again and stuff like that. And so it was just about getting it right. I watched a lot of episodes of trying to be, what is it, the show that Chili had, Trying to Be with Chili.
Oh yeah.
I watched a lot of that to try to see like a lot of her talking and her mannerisms, her the way she moved. Spent a lot of time with her. That was like, I was fangirling that whole time. I was trying to act like I was doing research, but really I was just happy to be
just kicking it.
Exactly. I was really just happy to be hanging with her. And it's just like that was one of the coolest parts about it, like to be hanging with Chili. She's a really good cook too, by the way.
Word.
Shout outs to Chili. That was a great experience. Practicing the dances all the time, like just putting myself into their skin and really living their life in their world. I also made sure those baby hairs was laid. I got a really
so laid.
Okay, baby, I got me a nice custom made baby hair edge thing. So we made sure that was on point. I had to get that right.
We might have to put that on the market. We might have to mass produce those.
Everybody would buy
Let's
that.
lay these baby hairs down. Some of y'all be running around, your baby hair, your edges is crazy. Let's just talk about. Can we be real? I thought we were being real today.
Let your edges go. If they're trying to go, let them go, girl. Wigs. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Kiki, what's your favorite role you ever done?
Role? Oh, probably Brotherly Love. I did a movie called Brotherly Love. It's kind of like it's like Shakespeare in the hood. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Oh my gosh, I love this movie. I'm not saying that or being biased because I'm in it. Like when I read the script, I was bawling because I was just like, this is a beautiful telling of a story of young people, but it's a real cinema movie. Like this is cinematic. Like I really was shocked by the twists and turns of the plot story. Like shout out to Jamal Hill who wrote it and directed, and it was casted very well. Queen Latifah. Shout out to Queen Latifah, Flavor Unit Films. Like there's just so much heart there, and I feel like it was just everything was done in the right place, and that's why that movie is so special to me.
Yeah, it's dope. If you haven't seen it, definitely Netflix that. I wanted to ask about your favorite role. I wanted to ask about have you ever had a role or something that you booked or something that you didn't book or you chose not to book or do rather that you regretted, or there's something that you didn't book that you really wanted?
There's definitely been things that I've auditioned for that I wanted that I didn't get, like Divergent.
Okay. I ain't see Divergent. I know it's popping.
That's a dope movie. No, it's so dope. So dope. So dope. So dope. So I auditioned for that. That was one that, like, when I think about, I've auditioned for definitely different movies that you would know, but it wasn't that I didn't necessarily want them.
Right.
But Divergent I did. Because I really love, like, it definitely is my dream to be in one of those action type movies at some point. You know what I mean? And I feel like it definitely will happen. What else? A part that I didn't do, Half Nelson, which was a movie that Ryan Gosling did with Sharika Epps, I think is her name. But yes, that was one that I could have done that I didn't end up doing, but that I didn't regret it after. But I was like, wow, after seeing how she performed, I was like, okay, I could see how I could have done it, because it's such a heavy subject matter. And for my mom and I had just done Akilah and the Bee, and it was like about a young girl selling drugs to her teacher. And it was like it was like, dang, it's such a choice you have to make, like like the messages you want to send, especially like early in your career. What type of brand are you trying to present to the world? And
absolutely.
you know, I care so much about the African American community. It doesn't mean that sometimes I won't play a mean character, but definitely in the beginning of my career, it was important for my mom and I to really set the tone for what type of entertainer I was going to be. And that's why we didn't end up doing that movie. But it was still a great movie. Shout out to Sharika and Ryan Gosling. But after, like I said, after I seen how she played it, I was like, okay, I see I could have still
finessed it,
finessed it, and it wouldn't have been so like cut and dry like she sell drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. That's dope. You know what I wanted to ask about? The your show. The show on your talk show
okay,
on BET.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So pretty much my talk show is still going, but it's just we're not filming it. I'm still with Telepictures. Okay. But how it goes is they wanted to take it to network television. It's BET, it's cable. And so they want to take it to network. And what happens is we have to just wait. We have to see one of those slots. Once they take those slots up for like the shows, a lot of shows are already in syndication. You know, if you think about your Judge Judy's and all those type of things. So I think Ellen's getting ready to go. So maybe we could take her spot.
I mean, you know,
we both with Telepictures, girl. Spot, you know what I mean? We both with Telepictures, so let's just do a quick trade out, Ellen.
Who's Harry Connick Jr. with? How he slid into the spot?
Yo,
who?
Harry?
Who slid Harry in the spot?
Harry, you took my spot, G.
No doubt. Listen, man, this is Hip Hop Nation. We having a good time on the Woman Crush Wednesday. Keke Palmer is here. Hit us up at Torae on your Twitter, your Instagram, at Hip Hop Nation. What's your social?
My socials, Keke Palmer, KekePalmer on Twitter and Instagram. But if you really want to get Ricky, hit me up on KekeThaSneak on Snapchat.
Okay, there it is, man. Make sure you follow the snaps and all that. It's Hip Hop Nation. Coast to coast hip hop hits. Your tour guide Torae is here. Keke Palmer is here. This is the conversation that I thought it would be. Just fun, exciting, enlightening. You know what I'm saying? Just like real shit.
I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying my conversation with you too as well. I love.
You ain't gotta just say it because the cameras is rolling.
I swear on everything.
Put that on everything.
I'm kidding. No, seriously, no, for real, because you know it's cool definitely to talk about your projects, but I really do love talking about life shit. Like that's definitely why I wanted my talk show, because at the end of the day, it's like I'm an entertainer, but there's so many other things I'm interested in. I love to talk about. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all your questions.
Talk to me about the role model role.
Oh yes, yes. I hate the word role model. You know what I mean? Like Tupac said it best. I'd rather be a real model. And that's really what I want to represent. I really want to, like, if there's anything I could say that I realize that part of my brand or my platform is like, I really want to shed that whole fame shit. Like in the kind of the idolism that we've got into when it comes to these celebrities. Like we it's like literally people are being idolized. And it's like nobody should be idolized like that. You know, nobody should be put on a bigger scale than you. You know, and that's really a main thing for me. So in anything and everything I do, it's not so much to be a perfect person or to be, you know, the girl that you want your daughter to be like per se. It's just about being real. I really want to be real and be honest about the process of how I got to where I am. Like really talk about what success means. It's hustling. It's sometimes falling and getting back up again. It's trying and staying steady. It's not looking for validation. It's not trying to always be everybody's attention. It's about accepting that everybody has their time. Everybody has their moment. Everybody has a big movie or a couple of, like, every episode of Oprah Winfrey Show wasn't great. Right. It was all moments that represent
early Oprahs.
You know what I mean? Like Oprah
with that teeny weeny afro.
I'm done with you. You know what? I'm done with you. I'm done with you. But you know what I mean? Like it's about your consistency and your truth and your evolution and how those moments create who you are. And I feel like sometimes we get so caught up and always want to be, especially in the day and age we're in, the whole idolizing of the celebrity world. It seems like it's made to seem like it's all about trying to get on, you know, the news and this thing and that thing, and not really about working to make sure that you're giving something of substance.
Absolutely. I think all of the work that you've chosen to put out and put forth has been substance, you know, and reluctant or not, you know, a lot of young ladies look up to you, and men, you know, look up to you, and we all appreciate, you know, just the work that you've been putting in outside of just everything that you do on film or music, but just who you appear to be as a person. You know, when we do get these glimpses into Keke Palmer, you know, it's always somebody that we can ride with. Like, yeah, she one of ours. That's, you know what I mean?
That definitely means a lot to me, and that's how I feel too.
Absolutely. Let me ask you before you go, what do you prefer? The acting, the singing, talk show?
You know, I think it's so hard to choose the category of that. I think most of all, I enjoy the personality. Like, I enjoy being me and representing me in the world and representing being a believer. Like, I'm such a believer in God and the ability to transcend your everything. Anything that's held you back in your culture, anything that's held you back in your home, anything that's held you back in your mind in general. Like, I just want to represent that, you know, faith and belief in yourself can supersede all of that.
Absolutely. That's what it is, man. I don't even think we can ask anything else after that. We got to close out on that note. It's Hip Hop Nation, your tour guide, Torae. We're going to let Kiki throw to something. What's your favorite record out? What you want to, you know what I mean?
You know what?
Turn up to something. I be seeing your snaps.
Caroline.
You want to hit that, Caroline?
Caroline.
Let's do it. Oh, my God. That's my baby.
I
Caroline.
love that.
Hip Hop Nation, your tour guide. We out.